For Comedy Hype News, I'm Symphony Thompson. Now that it looks like Kamala Harris will be the official selection for the Democrat Party when it comes to the 2024 presidential election, many celebrities are offering up their endorsements, while others seem to be hesitant for various reasons. Rapper Sway Lee would go viral for a tweet telling his followers not to vote for Harris. Of course, that will receive backlash, with many calling the rapper out for his lack of political commentary until this moment. Comedian Griffin is one figure who said Kamala doesn't have his vote yet because he wants to see what she'll do, specifically for Black people. Now, interestingly enough, on a previous episode of his podcast, Griffin alluded to the idea of casting his vote for Trump. On the latest installment, he revealed that he hasn't decided yet. Lastly, Amanda Seales has spent some time criticizing Trump and the Republican Party over the years. But in a new video, the comedian appears to be criticizing Kamala Harris while telling her followers the story of how the two met. Today we have our Comedy Hype analysts, Marvin Hunter and Steve Brown, calling to the show to talk about if the critiques of Kamala Harris and the Democrats will end up hurting her candidacy in the long run. I'm going to come to you first, Marvin. You know, we've been talking about this for a long time and probably will for much longer. But first, I want to take a look at these two clips and come back and get your reaction. Let's take a look.
This just in. Joe Biden just dropped out the race, yo. Not that he was ever in it to begin with, because, you know, he's not there. He's suffering from sometimes. Sometimes he's there, sometimes he ain't. He's endorsing the VP, Kamala Harris, to run in his place. On the surface, seems cool, you know, sister and all that. But she ain't got my vote yet, because I need to see what the hell she gonna do for us, because there's some footage of her saying that she's not gonna just pass laws just for Black people. I need to see what particularly she got planned for us, by us, about us. What is on the table for us? And are you gonna pull out of all the wars? You gonna run away from the international banking system and keep America a sovereign nation, or you gonna play this new world order shit? That's what I wanna know before anybody get my vote. Trump, all the motherfuckers. Ain't nobody got my vote yet. We got to November to decide, so just don't jump on the bandwagon just cause she's Black. I think we need to hear her out and see what the plan is. Cause I done been fucked over by a bunch of niggas.
I don't need politicians to state things. I need politicians to do things. When I met with Kamala Harris, after she summoned me, I said to her straight up, you talk out two sides of your neck and we don't know what you're talking about. I wouldn't be surprised if it's Kamala Harris who's trying to shut me the fuck up. Because I told her straight up that I feel like she is disingenuous in her messaging. She said to me, well, you're being too critical. And I said, I am a voter. I'm supposed to be critical. And I want to see actions. She said, well, how am I supposed to talk about racism in America without calling Americans racist? I said, well, first of all, there are many racist Americans. But there's also policy, legislation, institution, and systems that are racist that need to be addressed. And if you're not going to do that in an actualized way, in a loud, bold way, people will never really know where you're coming from. You can't tell me how I feel. So I'm not telling you how you feel. I'm telling you how you sound. The truth is that you should always question your source and what are their intentions. And what you all need to know is that I don't need to do any of this. I don't need to talk about any of this.
Marvin, I'll take it straight to you. What's your reaction to those clips?
I get the feeling that we feel like she's supposed to be Samuel L. Jackson. It's like they did the same thing with Barack. You want him to run in there like snakes on the plane. He ain't gonna do that. They can't do that. We're on 13% of the population, and you can never run in there and say we'll give us reparations. I agree. We need reparations, but you cannot say that publicly and think you're gonna get elected. And anybody who would never get elected in a country where we're 13% of the population. It'll never happen.
Steve, let me get your thoughts. We heard from Eddie, you know, who's basically saying, you know, don't jump on the bandwagon because she's Black. You know, he's not giving his vote yet. And then you have Amanda, who's also saying like, hey, I had this meeting with her, I told her how I felt, and those things kind of played out. What are your reactions to those?
Well, first of all, I'm a big fan of Eddie Griffin. I love his podcast. I watch it a lot, all the time. As a matter of fact, I watch it so much, you said earlier on the podcast that you were going to vote for Trump. Now, you need to figure out who you're going to vote for, brother. And now you're saying you don't know who you're going to vote for until you hear what Kamala has to say and all this. Yeah, we all want our reparations, and I'm in 100% agreement with Marvin. You just can't go up and say that because, again, we represent 13%. America needs to hear what you're going to do for America. Now, as far as Amanda Seals, I love her to death, but I just want to know who set this meeting up. When did y'all meet and where did y'all meet? That's what I want to know. And it seems like, to me, nothing is never good enough for you. I feel like, you're just on here just always, you're complaining about this, complaining about that. But Amanda, we want solutions, sweetheart. We want solutions. And honestly, I just think that it is bad timing anyway because, we're saying what can Kamala do for us as black people and all that. Meanwhile, Donald Trump is telling you what he's going to do to us. So again, right now, our main concern should be not letting this idiot in the office. And yeah, we can find out what Kamala's going to do, but we're kind of like in a state of emergency right now. Yeah. So, I feel like, I'm not saying push it to the side, but let's make the main thing the main thing. Let's not let this dodo bird in.
Right. Marvin, let me ask, because I think that brings up a great question here. Do you think it's effective to be publicly criticizing Kamala, given that, she is up against Trump? And like you said, Trump has made it clear. Do you think it helps his campaign more than anything?
It plants seeds of doubt. So, it doesn't help. I'm not saying she's above criticism. We should do that. But the most important thing is the most important thing. Project 2025 is bad, y'all. It's bad. It's not propaganda. The Heritage Foundation put it out there. That's what they're trying to do. And don't let Trump tell you, I don't know nothing about it. But don't let him do that. Most of those people over there on the staff, they used to work for him. Yeah. A lot of people on that side, they're trying to remove our oversight for everything. That, you know what I'm saying? It ain't everything. They try to remove that. You can't read it. It is really scary if that happens. The United States as we know it will cease to exist if that stuff is put into place. And it's hurting mostly us, black and brown people. So just be sparingly with the criticism, man, because, this could go bad if he get back in.
It's dangerous. It's really dangerous. It's like you said, it's giving us doubt, and people are like, well, I'm not going to vote for her because she's not black. I'm not going to do this. All these things have been debunked. Whether she's black or white, it doesn't matter. I feel like she is best for the United States. Trump is really trying to bring things into the picture where that's just not good for us as a people or anybody. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. He even kind of slipped up and said that, hey, if you vote for me, there'll be no more voting. Yeah. So
that's crazy. Democracy, right?
Democracy now. So he's letting people know that he is not for you, and you're still worried about, well, is Kamala black and this and that. Come on, man. We got.
And then let me say this. We both got a little age on. I'm not as old as you, but
I don't appreciate that. I don't appreciate that. You brought me on the show.
I'm just saying that. But I'm saying that. Do you remember back in the day? Ain't nobody never asked Luke from Two Live Crew what he think. Ain't nobody never asked, you know what I'm saying? Nobody never asked them what they thought back in the day. Why are we listening to these little rappers? What, Sway Lee and why Sexy Red? Why are we listening to that? Everybody has an opinion. You have a right to have an opinion. That does not mean your opinion is credible. And just because you're popular does not mean that you're intelligent and you know what the hell you're talking about. Stop arguing with people and debating with people who don't know they ass from a hole in the ground when it comes to politics. You got people out here speaking their opinion. They don't even know the three branches of government. And as soon as I talk to you and I detect, oh, you really know, I'm done.
Correct.
Wow.
I shut down that conversation. Why am I talking to you? Why should I talk to you? Why am I getting my blood pressure up?
Correct.
Talking to you.
You know what? What you just said is so profound because you sound like a dude that's been around a long time. You old. No. He old as hell, ladies and gentlemen. He older than me.
But I think you bring up a great point, because as soon as I saw Swally, whatever his name is, as soon as I didn't even have to have a conversation, because the first thing that he brought up was the money. It was like the tax dollars that I pay, and then he went on from there. And there's so many things that are at stake that's so much bigger than your money. And
then personal stuff, you know what I'm saying? We tend to do that. When Barack was in office, I personally know a dude was saying, "It's potholes still in the street in front of my house. Barack ain't did nothing." So you think that the president of the United States, for to come down there and fill the pothole,
gonna come to your house? Hey, move your Buick. Let me go and fill that pothole right quick. Come on, man, no. And then a lot of these people are thinking about self. They're not thinking about the greater good of men. Man, my money, I'm going to... No, because the president of the United States is clearly assigned to think about the greater good of man. All of us, not just you. And then black folks, we only, like Marvin said, 13%. You can't, hey, the black man, I get it. We want all of that. Reparations, we want all that. But they still have to be concentrating on the main thing, and that is our United States of America.
Yeah. Now, speaking of the United States of America, it's just so divided right now. You have some people, and I think I heard Amanda say this in a post where, you have your Democrats, you have people that are Republicans, but then you have these people that are in the middle. But just as a whole, I feel like even the parties are split and people are split. Let me come to you first, Marvin. What do you think the parties are missing? Like, what do you think that we need that we're just not getting?
Well, there's flaws. There's flaws in both parties, you know what I'm saying, that are not good for the people as a whole. It's coming down to leadership styles. Like, say you had the Republicans. Say you got two generals. Mm-hmm. You got one of them Republican and one of them Democrat. Their leadership styles are different. The Republican stands on a bluff, and he overlooks his troops, and he directs the troops where they need to go. And it's a good vantage point because he can see everything. He can see the big picture. But it causes dissension in the ranks because he's not down there with them, and there's folks down there breaking their ankles, folks down there fighting, there's folks down there sick. He's not addressing anything. It makes them think that he don't care, which it does look like he don't care because he never comes down there. So that's that part. That's the problem with that leadership style. Then you got the Democrat general. He wants to be down there with the troops, and he wants to address every single fire, everything, not realizing the troops ain't moving now. Because you're addressing everything, every hangnail, everybody who gets a sniffle. His hand was in my pocket. You're addressing everything. You cannot do that and be effective, and that causes dissension in the ranks because we're not moving. Because you're sitting here, going to every single person. So you need someone in the middle. I'm a registered independent. You need someone in the middle. We need a moderate who understands how to bridge the gap. We do, man. It's just, and until we get there, as long as we keep letting the fringe on both sides, because there's crazies on both sides, as long as we keep giving them this prominent voice, it's going to be a circus. It's going to continue. Politics is going to continue to be a circus.
Beautifully spoken, my friend. Beautifully spoken.
So let me ask you this. What do you say to people, or what do you think about people? Because I've heard a lot of people, even over the weekend, I was with the National Urban League Conference and just having these types of conversations. People who say, I'm not voting because my one vote doesn't matter. Like, it's not going to make a difference because my one vote doesn't matter.
I think that's the stupidest comment you can make and thought. I mean, you got to understand your vote does count. And I will say this, if you don't vote, I think it's helping Trump. To me, anybody but Trump. I don't care what you can criticize me. Y'all can go in on me in the comments. Anybody but Trump. You know what he stands for. Yes, we don't know everything that Kamala stands for. We don't know all of her policies. But there are books. There's the internet. Read. You see for yourself. But I guarantee she's offering a whole lot more than what this idiot is trying to put on us.
I don't care. I'm at the point I'm tired.
Yeah.
I'm tired of fussing back and forth. I'm tired of debating. If you don't want to vote, don't vote. I don't care. I'm not doing it no more. It's exhausting.
Yeah.
Trying to explain why you should vote. I understand there's a problem with the electoral college. There's a problem with the system with redistricting lines and all that type of stuff. But a lot of that comes from not voting from the local level up. But you can't explain it to people when they locked in. So if your heels are dug in, do you, man? I know that's irresponsible to say. But I'm over it, man. I'm just tired.
Let me say this. Marvin tired of y'all. I'm still fighting. Look, y'all vote. I want all y'all to vote. Y'all, look.
I know what I'm going to do.
I'm zoned in. But you better vote. Vote blue. Vote.
No,
Marvin's sick of y'all. I'm not. I'm going to fight with you. But I got time.
But I think everybody has their part in this fight, right? Like when you get tired, there should be somebody that's going to step in and be like, you know what, my brother, I'm going to step in. And honestly, for me, when I hear people say like my one vote doesn't matter, I feel like we've been conditioned to focus on self.
Yeah.
Like through social media, through show, like everything is just about self. Get your money right. It's all about you. It's But voting is not about self. That's not what love is either. Love is denying oneself for the greater good of people, as you mentioned earlier. So for me, it's if you're saying my one vote doesn't matter, that's because you care only about yourself.
But it's
about everybody else.
But it's so tiring, like Marvin said, to get these people to see how important it is.
Yeah. I walk away.
I don't. I fight. I be fighting.
But I think that's why you need different parts about it. People get upset at an Amanda, but you put Amanda in the right. Like Amanda needs to be, hey, I'm tired. You go. You know, you got the energy to keep having that same conversation with the people. So I think we start to be too divided, where it's like, oh, I don't like this person because you do it this way. And it's just like, you know what? This is how you do things. You can be good for the body. You just need to be over here and do it.
You know what? So we can send a message out to Amanda Seals. Amanda, listen, you got a lot of energy. You're a beautiful lady and you're influential. Get these people to vote. A lot of people are listening to you. They're looking at you because you are gorgeous and you're very, very intelligent and you're smart. So use all that energy. Wake up in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning like you do, and get these people to vote. We're counting on you.
I think that's going to have the opposite effect.
I think it was the 3 o'clock in the morning. That would have been good. What 3 o'clock in the morning, Steve?
I'm just saying.
Steve, she not getting up at 3 o'clock.
You don't know. I'm about to be working, man. Every time I turn them up, she be working. So
you know what?
4 o'clock, man. 4. God, man, y'all tripping.
Steve, you know what? We're going to see what that response is going to be.
Oh, God.
It was not me. I will say, though, I have gone to because even when that clip surfaced of Amanda, I immediately knew it was taken out of a snippet. But I feel because people just automatically just dislike her. Nobody goes, but in general, people don't go back and look at the whole thing. Even let's go back to Kamala. When they listen to Kamala's, the clips that are going viral, they're taking pieces out of an entire interview. Like people with the Charlamagne the Guy interview in Kamala, they're taking pieces of it and putting it out so that they can.
The internet is ruining us.
It is.
It is ruining us. Cause like the whole DA thing, her record. Put up any other DA's record right next to her.
She's doing a job.
It don't look like the same thing. But she's doing a job. I mean, so you down at the plant building barbecue grills or whatever you're doing, you try to do the best at your job. I don't understand that.
But it's also been debunked as a lie. It's been a lie. We're just taking whatever we hear and run with it. You know what I'm saying? So there it is.
And that's the issue. I really hope people read more because this is a serious time and it's seriously going to impact this country as a whole. But as always, I appreciate you both for chiming in.
Say no to Dorito Jesus.
Amanda Seals, you know what to do, baby. Get these people to vote.
Thank you both for chiming in on this topic. I appreciate you both for adding facts, but also some fun as well. Before we head out, of course, I'd like to know what you have going on. Steve, you're going to have to go last because
what?
3 o'clock, I'm going to need Marvin. Marvin, what do you have coming up?
October the 19th. Been a long time coming. I'm shooting my hour comedy special.
Yes, sir.
Red Mountain Theater in Birmingham, Alabama. God is good. I'm ready to do it.
Absolutely. How can people follow you on social media?
Get at me at Comedian Marvin H1. That's Comedian Marvin H1 on Instagram and TikTok, and Marvin Hunt on Facebook.
Steve, Mr. 3 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock.
Thank you. There you go.
She be going hard. Let's put it like that. And I'm with it. I'm for it. Of course, Marvin and I, Sean, we're part of the Yeah We Talk Like This podcast. Y'all check that out, man. It's going strong. Also, this weekend, Birmingham, Alabama, I will be at the Comedy Club Start On, the biggest comedy club in America. Tickets are selling fast. As a matter of fact, 2 shows have already sold out. So check that out. Also, Atlanta, I will be at the Uptown Comedy Corner, 16th through the 18th. Y'all check that out. In Chicago, on the 9th, I'll be there. So y'all follow me on Instagram and, of course, on my website, Steve Brown Comedy, and on Facebook, Comedian Steve Brown fan page. So there it is. And, of course, I'll be here. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And up at 5 o'clock in the morning with Amanda Seals.
I was going to say you just celebrated a birthday, but you wanted to end on, I was trying to end on a good note. And you just celebrated a birthday.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Steve.
Happy 65th birthday.
That's why you get up early. That's why you said 3 o'clock in the morning.
Y'all folks get up early.
Anyway, I appreciate you both for chiming in on this topic, but you heard from us. Now we want to hear from you in the comments below. What are your thoughts about Eddie Griffin responding to Kamala Harris running for president? For Comedy Hype News, I'm Symphony Thompson.
Did y'all enjoy that? We got so much more for you at hypersclub.com. Our exclusive interviews and backstage content gives you the chance to feel a part of the club. Come on and join.